All right, this is a tutorial on my cover of Vindicated by Dashboard Confessional from, in my opinion, the best of the Spider-Man movies, Spider-Man 2. I will link to my actual cover in the description so you can watch it and decide if you think this tutorial is going to be worth your time. So let's dive into the intro. We'll play it through and then we'll break it down. All right, so not anything too complicated there. So the chord progression, so I start on a D sharp major. So I play it inverted. So, you know, a normal D sharp major, you've got D sharp on the thumb, G here, and then the high note is the A sharp, you go here. I actually play this with my thumb on A, my middle finger on D sharp, and then my pinky over here on G. The reason why I do that is because my next chord is going to be a C minor, and to make that chord, all I have to do is move my thumb from the A sharp here down to the C. So rule of thumb, pun intended, that I like to use is as little finger movement as possible. So I go D sharp major to C minor. So notice my thumb just had to move from here to here. My other two fingers stay in the exact same spot. So there's C minor, so it's C, D sharp, G. And then my next chord is going to be an A sharp major. So again, not really gonna have to move my right hand at all, except for my thumb. So my thumb's gonna go to the A sharp here, and then instead of using my middle finger and my pinky finger, my index finger and my ring finger are already in place. So I go from C minor to right there. So I've got A sharp, D, F. So again, so that's the A sharp major, and then finally, now I'm gonna have to move my right hand a little bit, but it's not much, not far. I'm gonna go down to G sharp major, so that's right here, and that's G sharp, C, and D sharp, right there. And then my left hand, I'm just playing octaves, so it's D sharp to C, octave to A sharp octave to a G sharp octave, right there, and that's all there is to it. Okay, so in terms of how I'm actually like playing these chords as I'm going through, so on this D sharp, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me slow that down again, and we'll talk through it a little bit. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So kind of count that out; it'll make sense. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the last time that I hit with the right hand, on that 5 there at the end, my pinky is going to go from the G up to the G sharp. So the first 8 times, it's all this same inverted D sharp major chord. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on that last time that I hit the chord, my pinky goes from G up here. So it's 5. So one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then to the C minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the C minor, I just hit that C minor chord 9 times instead of, no jumping with the pinky or anything like that. And then I go to my A sharp major here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So notice on the A sharp major, I do jump. So the first 8 times I play this A sharp, D, F. And then on that 9th time, the high note goes from F to G. Play the G with my pinky. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, so those first 3 chords, it's that little like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that beat. Then I changed it up a little bit on the final G sharp major chord here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll sound better when it's all together, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So on that one, I go 4 times on this normal chord of G sharp, C, D sharp, and then I go, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's 1, 2, and then my high note goes from my D sharp up here to an F. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then I drop down the last time that I play the chord back down to the D. So one more time so you can see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's play that all together. And then the left hand, I mean, I'm just kind of hitting octaves wherever I feel like it sounds good. No real rhyme or reason there. So let's play that all the way through, all together, nice and slow. You actually play that through twice, so then when we go again, we go. Then you go into the chorus. Oh, so we'll get into that. So that's the intro. All right, so the verse has the same exact chord progression as the intro. So it's going to be D sharp major, C minor, A sharp major, and G sharp major. So what I do to make it a little bit different, you know, change things up a bit, I do something like this. I'll show you and then we'll talk through it. So, hope tangles on a string, like slow spinning redemption, winding in, winding out, the shine of which has caught my eye. So, what I'm doing there, I come in on the left hand here by itself, so you kind of sing the first note and play the left hand octave at the same time. So it's hope, and then the right hand comes in right after that. So it's boom, and then I go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just rolling through the chord there. So it's and what that sounds like with the singing is hope dangles on a. So then I just play the chord along with the octave like 3 times or 2 times, kind of whatever feels right in that instance. But so one more time, nice and slow. It's hope dangles on a, and then you go to the C, and this you do the same thing with the C minor. String like slow spinning, and then you go to the A sharp, redemption, winding in, winding out, the shine of which has caught my eye. And then right back into it. So again, it's that same chord progression. All that I'm doing is I'm changing it up a little bit. For each one, I'm just rolling through those notes in the right hand. So I come in with the octave on the left, and then I go 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's the same for all these. So C, it's C, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. A sharp, it's A sharp, 1, 2, 3, 4. G sharp, it's G sharp, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, you know, after you do the 1, 2, 3, 4, then you play the chord itself a couple of times. So I'll go nice and slow one more time so we can see it. And that's really all that there is to the verse stuff there. And I play it the same way for both the first verse and the second verse. So now let's jump on to the chorus. Okay, so for the chorus, the chord progression changes a bit. So it still starts with the D sharp major inverted chord. But then the next chord is going to be your G sharp major chord. Then you're going to go to C minor. And then A sharp major. So I'll play it through and sing it, and then we can kind of break it down a little bit. So it's vindicated, I am selfish, I am wrong, I am right, I swear I'm right, swear I knew it all along, and I am flawed, but I am cleaning up so well, I am seeing in me now the things you swore you saw yourself. So really, I'm not doing anything particularly fancy in any way here, really. I mean, I'm just playing the chord and the octaves, and I guess if I had to think through how I was doing it without singing, it would be like... So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the right hand is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the octaves, honestly, I'm just kind of throwing those in wherever they feel right to me. So let me try to think through this here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it sounds like on the octaves it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's the same rhythm, beat, whatever for every chord that I'm playing there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I threw in an extra octave there in that one. Like I said, I just kind of throw them in wherever they feel right in the moment. But really, I don't think there's a wrong way to play it there. So pretty simple chorus. That's really all I've got for it. So rewind if you need to see it again. But that covers all three of the choruses. So next, we will jump into the bridge. All right, so the bridge kind of has two parts. The first part, the chord progression, we're doing G sharp major, up to C minor, down to A sharp major, and then back to G sharp major. And so that's the part that goes, so turn up the corners of your lips, part them, feel my fingertips, trace the moment, fall forever. Defense is paper thin, just one touch, and I'd be in too deep now to ever swim against the current, so let me slip away. And then that's the second part. But first part, so breaking down what I'm doing. So just each chord I'm playing octave and chord, octave and chord. And the beat that I'm using, I guess, is essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So I'm hitting the octave on the 1, 2, and then the 3, 4. And then I'm hitting in the octave 3 times at the end here. So it's in this 1, 2, 3. And so with the words, just so you can kind of get an idea, it's so turn up the corners of your lips, part them, and feel my fingertips, trace the moment, fall forever. And then, so I do that same 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 for the G sharp major and the C sharp minor, sorry, the C minor and the A sharp major. And then the first time through, you end on the G sharp major, and in the recording I hear something that goes like, so I'm throwing that in on that second time playing the G sharp major. So it's, so turn up the corners of your lips, part them, feel my fingertips, trace the moment, fall forever. So I still, on that last part, I still do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so what I'm doing there, it's A sharp, G sharp, G, F, D sharp. And it's, see, kind of to get slowly, but to get the rhythm of that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And also, I think when I did my cover or whatever, I think I included the thumb on this lower A sharp as well. So I think I actually went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to give it a little bit more depth. You can do it either way. It sounds good no matter what. So then after you do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you go through that again. So that's, defense is paper thin, just one touch and I'd be in too deep now to ever swim against the current. So that this very last G sharp major chord, you don't do the do-do-do-do-do thing again. You just go, you just keep on singing through, and then you're gonna jump to the second part of the bridge, which starts up here. So that first part of the bridge, I'll play it through one more time slowly, make sure that we got it. So we got, defense is paper thin, just one touch and I'd be in too deep now to ever swim against the current, so let me slip away. All right, so that's your second time through. So hopefully the first part of the bridge makes sense. Let's look at the second part of the bridge. Okay, so part 2 of the bridge, it's the same chord progression as the intro and the verse, actually. So it's, you get to the part where you're like, so let me slip away, let me slip away, let me slip away, so let me slip against the current, so let me slip away, let me slip away, let me slip away, let me slip away. And I'll be honest with you, I don't really know what I'm doing there. I'm just kind of playing whatever feels right. But I mean, the chord progression is just, again, it's inverted D sharp major, C minor, A sharp major, and G sharp major. And I'll just play it kind of slow. Like I said, I'm just kind of mixing in chord, octave. I mean, sometimes I'm playing together, sometimes I'm doing the old, that thing. That's a nice little trick, I guess, that I like to use. You go, you kind of switch back and forth between the right hand and the left hand, and it kind of makes it sound, I think it sounds cool. But yeah, so I'll play it through nice and slow, and you can kind of look at what I'm doing. You know, you can also obviously do your own thing. So here we go. So it's, let me slip away, let me slip away, let me slip away, so let me slip against the current, so let me slip away, let me slip away, let me slip away, let me slip away. Vindicated. So then you go back into the chorus, and that's about it for the song. I'll do a quick little segment here on the ending of the song, but that's just about it. Okay, so quick note on the outro. So you play that final chorus and you kind of end here. You end on the sing in me now the things you swore you saw yourself. My hope dangles on a string like slow spinning redemption. So you kind of play the first little part of the opening verse, right? And it's the same chord progression. So you're going D sharp to C to A sharp, and all that I'm doing in the right hand, I'm just rolling through the chord again. So it's hope dangles on a. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So starting with the thumb down here on the A sharp. So hope 2, 3, 4 dangles on 4. And then I go to the C and do the same thing. String like slow spinning redemption. And then it's the same thing on the A sharp too. So it's. And then I hold the A sharp and I do like a little outro type thing. So I just go. So let me play that through again. So it's hope dangles on a string like slow spinning redemption. So hopefully that makes sense. And that is it for the tutorial. I will put up a tutorial on the Vindicated melody in the near future. But until then, hopefully you enjoyed. Leave me comments. Let me know of any suggestions you have for improvement. And thank you very much. Talk to you later.